So this is a video guide to show you how to configure your Blackboard module with the Panopto Lecture Capture service. It'll also show you how to install the Panopto application on your Macintosh computer, and it'll also show you how to record a lecture with the Panopto application. And finally, it'll show you how to release that recording after you've completed that work. Okay, so the first thing you do is you log in on your Safari browser or Chrome browser. You sign into your tcd.blackboard.com. You go into your relevant module, and at the moment that module won't be configured for Panopto. So in my example here, basically I'm in the module, and when it's called Module A, Test Module. So what you need to do is make sure the edit mode is on, just in case, and then because this will give you the options over here, and click on the plus sign and go to tool link and put in a title for your lecture recordings area. So I'm going to call mine my lecture recordings, and I click the down arrow and I choose the Panopto Lecture Capture Service tool. Available to users, I'd leave that off at the moment, because if you tick that, that means that the students will be able to see that area right away. So it might be better off just leave that off, do all your recordings, edit them, and when you're happy to release them, you can actually release them in different areas of the content area in the left-hand table of contents area here. So let's leave that off and just click submit. So now you've got your Panopto lecture link here. You click on that, and that will create your Panopto area within the module. So you have your option here for create, etc. Now, if you get a message saying that the Safari or the browser doesn't allow cookies for Panopto, which does come up for people sometimes, click on Safari, go to settings, and go to privacy, and make sure that website tracking, prevent cross-site tracking, make sure that's unticked. So that will allow it to go in here. Otherwise you get an error message and it won't actually bring you into this particular window. So, okay, so that's step one. We have configured your module for the Blackboard application. Next thing then is you will want to actually record a lecture. So let us choose Panopto for Mac record an application. You might get a message like that. Click allow. Now by default I already have it installed in here, but as you saw from the previous window here, you can click on the download Panopto, and that will actually pop down like clicking at that, it will pop down here to your downloads area, and then you can click on the install and install the Panopto application. Now I've already done that, so we're now at this stage, it just brings us into opening Panopto to do our recording. And that will open up here. So at this stage, you got your record a session Panopto application window. It knows already that you're in the Blackboard module, so it's going to save your recording there. You can give it a title and call it You can make sure that your camera's on or off. You can choose whichever you want. I'm just going to turn it off. You can make sure that your microphone is picking up. You can record a PowerPoint presentation, and that's it really. And then it'll probably record your overall screen as well, because the built-in display is chosen here. So that's ready to go. You click on the record button. You see your timer begin. You can jump into PowerPoint. You can start your slides. That's, and we finish talking through our lecture. We jump back into the application, and we can stop that. It tells you that the recording is complete, and it now needs to begin to upload to the Blackboard site. So that can take a little bit of time. So you got to give it a little bit of time to do that. we can minimize that, and we can go back to our Safari, back into our Blackboard module, and when we refresh that screen here, go back into my lecture recordings, you'll see that you have your My Lecture number 1 is beginning to upload, etc., into your module space for Panopto. So that's step 2 done. Step 3 was downloading the software and Panopto application software. And then step 3 was to record a lecture using that Panopto application. And step 4 then is finally, you want to release, because this area is hidden from the students, the last step you want to do is actually to release it out to the students. And so the easy thing to do there is leave this as your work in progress area. You might just go back in there for a minute and just say that there is an option there if you want to make adjustments. When it's finished in a second, you want to make adjustments to the lecture recording. You can use the edit. That'll open up a new tab and give you an editor that you can make adjustments to your recording, etc. So that'll be available to you. So you can use that editor option there button. Okay, but at this stage we want to actually release that recording to the students. This area is hidden, which is best. What we'll do then is we click on plus sign, content area, and we put in lecture week 1. Make it available to the students so they can see it. And click in on that area. And then just use the build content. Go down to Panopto video embed. That'll open up and it'll show you that in this case I've got 2 recordings in this module, and I want to, you can click the down arrow and you may have other modules as well you can choose from, but this is the one it's best to actually just link in from the current module. So I'm going to choose My Lecture number 1. I'm going to move down the screen and click on insert, and there you go. Your lecture has now been released to the students in lecture week 1 area of the content in the module. So if we clicked on student preview mode and go in as if they're a student, they would see, you see they don't see your My Lecture recordings area, that's hidden. They just see lecture week 1. Click on that and that'll allow them to play it within the module itself, and that's it there. You'd obviously have edited it, basically make it look neater, taking out the start and end of it. But that's the general principle of it. Okay, so that is the end of this video. So it showed you how to, step 1 is to configure your module with the Panopto Lecture Capture Service. Step 2 was to download the application software for Panopto. Step 3 was to run that application, Panopto application software, to record a lecture. And step 4 was to release that Panopto lecture to the students via the content area. And that's it. Okay.